Here is a lamp that I got online from a local seller. Yeah, it looks a little sad. Um, it has some marks on it. I'm going to clean it up, clean the plug, make sure it works, and put it back together. I'll wash this shade as well. It doesn't look like a bad shade, and I don't know, maybe I can decorate that a little. So my plan is to put a faux cement finish on it. So yeah, let's try it. So I'm going to wash the lamp down, mostly off camera because I don't have my camera stand, but I'm just using some dishwashing liquid, and I'm going to wash the whole thing, including the plug. We'll get that nice and clean. These might be chips instead of stains, which I think they are. I would call this a ginger jar lamp. Let me know if you think there's like a different name for it. But yeah, let's finish washing it. I'll take the shade off, and I'll actually put the shade right into the sink to wash it. So here we go. A little alcohol. This removes any oils left over that I didn't get off with the soap and water. Yeah, and I also removed a felt pad from the bottom, and I'll put some little clean feet on there. So the shade is drying in the bathroom, and yeah, I'll probably do some, I don't know if I'll spray paint it. I'll probably just do some gilding wax on it. It looks like this is a little bit bent, so I will straighten that so that the shade sits the correct way. Yeah, I'll make that nicer. And yeah, the first thing I'm going to start with is a coat of Slick Stick. Oh, I also washed the plug. It doesn't look too good, but as long as it works, that's all I care about. And it does have the, maybe it doesn't. I might have to change that plug. I'm not sure if I have a wire or not. That might be in the future. So here I have the Slick Stick. And just a synthetic brush to put it on. It doesn't really matter how my paintbrush strokes go because this is going to be a dabbed on finish, a cement type finish, so it's going to have a lot of texture anyway, so. So let's finish this off camera because it's not too exciting, and we'll catch up later. Okay, so I'm starting by using some of this Ace spackling compound. This one, I actually haven't tried the lightweight, and I'm going to give that a try. It's lightweight, and I figured, oh, that would be good on a big heavy lamp and not make it so much heavier. And yeah, so I'm going to use the spackling compound, and I'm going to mix a few different colors. I have some black, whatever this color is. It's like a gray that I mixed up. This is kind of a beige mist tint, and then I have this antique red mist tint. And I'm going to put a few different containers of the spackling compound and mix a few different colors, and then I will put it on with a sponge. It looks like whipped cream. Okay. So here's my sponge. I used it earlier to wash down the lamp. And I'm just going to start by dipping it in. And let's see, make sure you can see this. Let's take a scoop of it. I'll add a little bit of this beige color. Let's put a little more puree. So this is actually staying nice and wet for me too. And it's just allowing me to go over it and over it. Let's try adding a little bit of this red. I'm gonna go back to some gray. I love it. I like it. All right, now we have to let that dry for a long time, overnight. I might get to use my snowshoes. It's deceiving because this is tilted a little bit, but I want these to be level. So yeah, and I'll adjust it once I put the top on. Let's do some gilding wax. Let's use this today. So I'm going to use a clear wax on this. And that's the Howard Citrus Shield. Now with another brush that's specifically for my white wax, I'm going to put a coat of white wax over it. This happens to be a Jolie finishing wax, but there are lots of waxes that you can use, and you can even tint a clear wax with white paint if you like, and kind of dull it down. But I'm gonna love this effect. It just takes it to the next level. Okay. Now you don't have to do this. Of course, you can do it any way you want. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to put a little bit of gold here and there. Thank you for watching this week's video. I got a lamp that was for free, basically, but I did pay $5 for it on online. And it was a ginger jar shaped lamp, and it's blue. And I put a faux finish over it of 3 different colors with the Ace spackling. I tinted the spackle. I actually didn't use the black, but I used the gray, the red, and the off-white. And I like that color combination. I went over it with clear wax, and then I did a little bit of white wax just to make it look just a little bit more soft. And yeah, and then I put some gold highlights on it. I repaired the shade, and I put some gold gilding wax on that as well, and on the top of the lamp. It works fine. I think maybe at some point in the future I would replace the plug, because I like the new plugs with the ground on it. I think they're safer. So yeah, thank you for watching. I am going to show just a couple of things around the house. That's not everything up in the shop, but some of the smalls that I do in the house that I don't usually record, just so that to give you maybe a few ideas or some inspiration to doing it yourself. It's really easy. And the fun thing is you can basically work in the house. One of the reasons why I wanted to refinish this chest of drawers was to keep my crafts in there. So that's where these sit, in this chest of drawers. And so yeah, stay tuned, watch a few of the pictures of close-ups before and after, and some of the small crafts, and stay safe this weekend. We have a lot of snow here in the Northeast, and I'm kind of stuck here. Yeah, so be safe, have a great rest of your weekend, and I wish you all good and beautiful things. Bye. Now, I do a lot of smalls, but I don't typically record them. But I thought I would just walk around and show you a few of the things that I've done maybe over the past year. This was obviously a tray, and it's decoupage with napkins, and it makes a little vignette. I have some transfers and napkin decoupage on a planter, and these are little oil bottles. This one is just plain, so no decoupage on that one. There's Louise. Here are a couple of little planters. These are just the clay pots, and I did the hand painting on those. Trying my hand at some folk art here. Some plain bottles. Little yogurt cups. So they're painted inside and out, and a little transfer on that. A little faux plant that I painted the pot of, just to kind of give it some personality. This was part of a vignette that I had on the table. It was just a plain box that my son had given me, and I did some painting, all in the same color. It's, if you can't tell in the camera, it's a pale green. This was some kind of oil bottle, I believe. And that gives a little matching set to that, a picture frame. And I added a butterfly, and has a picture of one of my sons. Just a little block of wood. And our little sheep here. So that goes in one vignette, and this little house actually matches. It has some cloth napkins in it. And this pitcher and bowl, it was dark, and I painted it just with an off-white paint, and I just like it like that. I think it's just right. That's a tray that I painted earlier in the summer, and that's actually one of my favorites. I don't know why, but I just think that came out so pretty. I decoupaged another planter with a different kind of napkin. And yeah, I like that too. So it matches a few blue things that I have. Another collection of just yogurt cups and painted bottles and hang tags. I like to do the hang tags on them also. So I try to do the hang tags so that they kind of match the bottle. Yeah, and it just makes a pretty vignette. And an old painting that I did quite a while ago, many years ago. And I refinished some canisters with paint and transfers. Red and off-white. Kind of hard to see when it's backlit. Little bucket. A tea holder. And a recipe box. And of course I decorated my mixer. And a cutting board. A gorgeous piece of leftover walnut from another project. And it was too pretty not to use, so I'm using it as a stove assistant here. Ode to the farmhouse look there. Can't forget the pumpkins. And my coat hanger that's filled with coats right now. Colin did this decor quite a few years ago when he lived here, and so I left it. Nice chippy paint. And another little kind of funky painting. Have to have coasters. Just a pasta jar. And some little succulents. And this was done by Colin. He does the chippy paint and the crackle. Just beautiful. Does a beautiful, beautiful job.